I'm making this video to show my mom how to make laundry soap and also my friends on Facebook. So what you need is a large pot. I got this for $10 at Walmart. I only use it for making soap. You need a 5-gallon bucket. Costs $4 at Walmart. Cheese grater, $1. Again, I only use it for soap. 3 bars of ivory soap, $1. A large wooden spoon. It comes in a pack of like a whole bunch for like $1. Borax, $2. Arm & Hammer, $2. Super washing soda, by the way. And then you can use oils if you want. You don't have to. Some empty jugs and an empty fabric softener jug. First thing you want to do is grade your soap into the pot. Okay, so this is what it looks like after you grade it. You want to do 2 bars to make 5 gallons, or you can cut this entire recipe I'm showing you in half and just make 2.5 gallons depending on what size bucket you get. Alright, and then our next step is to add 12 cups of water to the pot and cook it on medium high.
Smells good.
Smell good?
Yeah.
Here, hold this. Alright, so while this cooks on medium heat, you want to stir it every once in a while until all of this melts down and it's only liquid. You don't want to have any chunks of soap in the water at all. And so while we're waiting, we're going to take 1.5 cups of borax and Arm & Hammer and put it into a container so we can pour it into the water later. There you go.
Looks like it has the wash has stuff on there. Make sure you don't make a mess either.
Uh-oh, we made the laundry wrong in the dryer or washer. You hear it? It's crooked. That was 3, right?
I think it was 2 a little bit.
I think we did 3.
1, 2.
You can check back.
Woo! 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 I think we need to get it all the way up there. Or you can just dump the thing.
So all our powder is ready to go. So when our stuff is done melting down, we will be adding it to the liquid. And then while you're waiting for that, you can also be filling up your jugs with water. You need 2 or 3 gallons. I have 2 little half gallons because sometimes I don't need to make a whole 5-gallon load. So yep, for making 5 gallons, you need 3 gallons of water. And make sure it is cold water, not hot water, not warm water, but cold water. Alright, so we have a couple floaters, so we're going to let it sit for another minute or 2. And while we're waiting, I did some math on the computer to figure out exactly how much money you're saving. So this makes 5 gallons, which is 640 ounces. And then the normal size laundry detergent you buy at the store is the 50 fluid ounces of the double strength or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and give it that it's 100 fluid ounces, even though you use the double strength like you would normal soap. 9 out of 10 people, I'm sure, use double strength soap the way they use the normal soap. So with it being 100 fluid ounces, you are using 5 bottles at $13.99 a bottle, costing you $69.95 total for 5 gallons of laundry soap. This cost you so much less. In our 5 gallons, you're actually getting a little bit more than 5 bottles. So, and then to say that you're going by the 50 fluid ounces, which in reality is what you're using is 50 fluid ounces, you're getting 12.8 bottles of laundry soap in our just 1 5-gallon bucket, which totals to $179.07. So, I mean, you do the math. I saved so much money by making my own laundry soap. It works fantastic. My husband's a mechanic. I use it on his clothes all the time, and it works just great. I have not had any problems. I make it for my father-in-law. He loves it. So I would suggest trying it if you've never tried it. Okay, so we're all ready, and we're going to pour in our dry dry stuff, whatever you want to call it, the soap. And this goes really quick, so you want to stir it, slippery, until you don't feel it gritty anymore. And then when this is done stirring, you're going to put 8 cups of hot water into the bottom of your bucket.
The trees answer back with the classic subcompact smash. But the bride really came to play. What a move! The pressure to be perfect.
Okay, so now we're done mixing it. And we are going to pour it into our 8 cups of hot water that is in the bucket. This is when you add your essential oils. I like fresh linen. I also use ocean breeze sometimes. I get these at Walmart. I'm making 5 gallons, so I'm going to put about 4 capfuls into my bucket.
I've been getting to know some of the couples in our audience. We have Liz and Tom here. How you guys doing? Good. Now you better get
fresh linen smells awesome. It smells like regular laundry detergent. Then you add your water, cold water, and stir.
One question today. I'll be back to work it out. Over here, we have Chad, who is engaged to be married.
Alright, so this is all done. Right now it's liquid, but it will solidify after it cools down, which is fine, and then it will unsolidify again, so you're going to have to stir it up, which is why I use an old fabric softener bottle. I take my ladle, and I scoop it out, and I pour it into the fabric softener bottle. That way you can just shake the bottle. And then this lid is actually the perfect amount of soap to use, which is between 1/2 cup and 3/4 cup per load, per large load. So that's why I use that, because it's just easier than having to scoop and pour into the thing. I just use this. So I totally suggest giving this a try. It is so quick, so easy, and saves you a ton of money. Thanks for watching.